Hello there and welcome back to Japan Game Junk. Now it's a bit of a chat for a store visited on July 6th of 2024 in Yamanashi City of Yamanashi Prefecture. This is the Across Plaza hard-off store, which has a few good things from time to time. In fact, it's the place where you could most cheaply buy a Sanyo 3DO unit, unit only, no box, no instructions, for 15,000 yen, and I always regret not buying that as it's a bit more expensive now wherever I find it. Anyway, on to the goods in the store on this day. First of all, they have a ton of PC Engine games, card and disc in the showcase, all for reasonable prices, about the same as you'd find elsewhere or cheaper than usual. In fact, I'd say that there's not one single one to name, but if you do in fact wish for a game of one of these systems, that you will indeed go here and take a peek and trust that they're not ripping you off. It looks very nice for quite a few of them. One standout is the PC Genjin, so the Bonk games. Bonk 2, for example, they have two copies. One is very yellowed and old for only 1,280 yen, and the other one's very fresh and nice looking for 2,580. Both of those are cheaper than the typical price you'd find for just the card on its own in most stores. Also, they have quite a few interesting things for the PlayStation in that case. One of which that I thought was pretty good was for either 25,000 yen or 30,000 yen. It looks like it depends on the quality of the manual. One has a bit of some damage to it. But Rakugaki Showtime, a very, very interesting and fun game that everyone should play, is at this store. It's actually a bit more expensive usually, so that's pretty nice. Something that I found that is a bit more expensive than what I paid though was a Sonic Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo Pocket, which I did pick up for about 2,000 yen, I believe. Here it is boxed and complete for 9,000. I'd say that's about what you might pay usually, but you can find it cheaper if you look hard enough. But the Sega My Card games, Spy vs. Spy that I bought complete with box and instructions for 3,000. Here is only 5,000 yen for only the card, and Monaco GP, and yeah, it's the same price. It's kind of expensive here at the store for that. Next, I did see Sonic Wings Assault complete in box for the Nintendo 64. That was 10,000 yen. I didn't know that was so expensive usually, but it might be. But yeah, that seems like it's a bit much actually. Also, Taito Chase HQ and SCI, the two different crime-fighting driving games, on a Saturn. Used but complete in the case with the Obi strip, 9,000 yen. Seems expensive, but hey, I've never seen it for sale elsewhere complete before. And also, for the PlayStation, Firewoman Matoi Gumi. I don't know anything about this, and it was in the case where you can't see anything but the side. But yeah, 10,000 yen. I just like the idea of Firewoman. It seems like it might be a bit saucy. For 1,200 yen, you can get the complete version with box and manual of Kieta Princess, or the, I guess, Lost Princess or Erased Princess, for the Famicom Disk System. And the box is pretty junked up, but it's the cheapest I've ever seen it, so that's pretty good. Very, very good condition and nice color, not yellowed at all, is the Super Game Boy controller for the Super Famicom. Just loose in a bag for 4,000 yen, but this thing's seen a lot higher prices. And if you're playing Super Game Boy games, it is the best way to control on the Super Game Boy. I was very surprised to see a V Saturn complete and in box. But yeah, it was 35,000 yen. You get a lot of other systems that are much more rare for that much money. For 1,000 yen, you can get a TV Boy. It was in the junk section. I have no idea what this is, but you plug it into the analog, the RCA cable. You plug it to the analog TV, I guess, or a digital TV, and there's game stuff, I guess. I don't know. Game machine called the TV Boy. So if you want one, it's 1,000 yen. Also, 1,000 yen was the Fire Stick 5 or Fire Stick V for the PlayStation. It's a great joystick option if you want to get an arcade-style joystick for the PlayStation. It's by ASCII, I believe, and it is only 1,000 yen in the junk section here, although it looked pretty good for being junk. But anyway, this is a great store that everyone should visit. Very fine establishment, which I always see when I go through Yamanashi. So give it a shot, and when you're finished, you can go next door to the supermarket and get some cold drink or some local specialty noodles or something. It's a fun place to go. Thanks so much for listening, and have a wonderful day.